already kind of getting into some sound designy things that I wanted to do today, but we are having some help via this guy, which is Harmony Bloom. If you haven't seen it already, Signs of Life had a really cool video on it. Mario, the creator of this plugin, had a really cool video on it. I actually found this on iPad, and then I was like, oh shit, this is really cool. So, yeah, basically what this is a crazy ass sequencer, and the reason why I wanted to pick it up was because it does something that's relatively unique compared to other things aside from just how it looks. Does it replace the Oxy One sequencer? Of course not, but what this does that's really neat is it moves everything off and offset stuff in a way that's very natural. And so what you end up getting are these sequences and stuff that can be as simple or complex as you want it to be, but by changing the offset here, you're actually changing the timing of how these notes play in a relatively organic way. So what's also cool, which I haven't done yet, hey Vertex, is you can also send this to multiple outs, which is something I'm trying to figure out right now with Bitwig, although I can't seem to remember how to do that. But what's sick is that in theory you can send this to different channels and then basically have the same thing on multiple instruments, which is what I was trying to get to in the first place. There's also MIDI capture, and then what we're going to do here in a second is pull up Scalar and start messing with it and send something into this that's going to give us some really cool sequencing stuff that we can later resample into actual stuff. So as a general thing, what I've got going on right now is a filter, disk tube, analog heat, and ROM. I'm going to turn this off for just a little bit. But yeah, I mean, and then on this it's a polymer and a beam. We can turn this off, but very simple sound, just the sine wave, and then I believe that this one is just a saw wave with some FM. But I mean, yeah, you can get some really cool stuff. So what I'd like to do first before I do anything is figure out how to get this to do the thing. So I'm going to move Harmony Bloom to the group here, and then what I'd like to do is figure out how to send this into something different, because I went to note receive, but I think that I need to do something with the channel filter. There we go. And I need to turn that off to just channel 3. Sorry, to just channel this. And then I think that I need to go Command V. I think this will work. Maybe turn this to channel 1 and then go to note receiver. I think that's how this works. We're gonna go to group, group 3, polymer. No. So maybe if I put this on polymer, or Harmony Bloom rather, then that should be fine. Then maybe on this one we can set that to go to group 3, Harmony Bloom out to the channel filter. Wait, no. We can go Harmony Bloom. We can try to only filter this channel here. I got this Harmony Bloom too. Dude, it's pretty cool. I wrote it off like I always do these days. And I'm like, ah, no more stuff. But it seems to be pretty sick. So let me see if I can create a separation with these now. We don't need that. Yeah, we need that. We just want channel 1 with that. And then what happened to polymer? Alright. Let's go back to sine wave. Turn this off. And then we want some voice stacking here. Turn this down, turn this down, turn this down a little bit. Turn this down, and then let's see what we got. I think I need to click the little arrow on the top right of Harmony Bloom. Top right. This thing? No. No, that's the plugin chain. Are you talking about the send multiple outs thing? I don't even know if that's on here. Which I suppose I could do it that way too if I just created an instrument rack. But this doesn't have... What did I just do? Oh, that's nice. Different colors. We gotta go purple. There we go. Okay, this is redo. Set as default. Background. Oh shit. Maybe black. There we go. That looks nice. I don't like this color though. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. You can do some really cool Steve Reek type stuff by duplicating it and putting the second one a slightly slower tempo. Oh, that's cool. What we're going to do here in a second is we're going to put scalar through this. Oh, you can make your own scale. That's cool. Sick. So, yeah, I have to send these to different channels. And you can also change the octave, which is nice. Yeah, I think just running it through the channel filter should be fine. I hope. We'll see. Okay. So let's see if this just goes through channel 1. A little bit faster. That's what I'm trying to do right now. There we go. forgot to put this on too. Yeah, this is dope. Welcome to your nightmare. So yeah, that's pretty freaking sweet. There's lots of stuff that you can do with this that, you know, create some really cool movement. And using this together with all this other stuff, so changing this to And I'm still trying to get this right with what I'm using here. But as a means of exploration, I'm like doing something new. It's pretty sick. But yeah, try implement some physical some physical modeling stuff. I know that has been really neat to. Yeah, that's from the analog heat. So that's actual hardware that's creating the noise floor. If I turn this off, then it'll go away. But yeah, as long as the analog heat is on, we're gonna have that. My heat effects arrived today. Sick, man. I use it a lot. Lots of cool shit on that. Let's set up this one, and then set this to channel 2. Yes. I also use it as a way to sample from other external stuff like my iPad. That's sick. So with stuff like this, I mean, you know, if you have like a granular synth or something, which I just did a video on not too long ago. What, like 2 days ago? What's up, Michael? Was that A&W from A&E from Ivy Lab? No, I haven't. We need to create a little more space with this. Not a bad idea. Modulated effects on the delay buffer. Is that what it is? Just a buffer? so I have a soft spot. Oh, gotcha. To reverse that and kind of just creating a vibe. Yo, Aaron, what's up? There we go, some custom vinyl noise. My computer specs? I have an M3 Max. Well, to be honest, I only see a big difference in compared to the M1 Max in gaming. Yeah, I don't really see much of a difference as far as like music performance and stuff. M1 Ultra came from an M1 MacBook. I can't tell a difference. You'll notice a difference when it comes into, like I said, like gaming or video rendering, that kind of stuff. But Bitwig and Ableton, wait, you're a Reaper person, so you might be able to tell a difference on Reaper. But for me personally, like, behind all that other stuff, like, nah. Give me 1 sec, guys. Sorry, I needed to pull up some. Try not to dox anyone. I needed to pull up some messages, some massages. Yeah, for sure. I don't know, it's weird, like, I'm trying to, like, I want more hardware gear, but I'm trying to be super selective to, like, not spend a fortune. Yeah, it is a nice change. I don't usually use the screen though, to be honest. Shit is so quiet. I played a couple of shows, but not usually. It's not really my thing. I just don't really care for it, to be honest. I mean, this is gonna sound really pretentious, and I'm very sorry, but I'm formerly from Circus Soleil, if you didn't know. I've got a plaque right there. Yeah, I was a circus performer, and so getting on stage to like play live or like DJ or something just does not give me the same. I don't get that thrill. In fact, I'm kind of just like, I don't know. Yeah. A lot of people really want to do that stuff. And I totally think they should. For me, it's just like, I'm not really interested. I don't want to say been there, done that. I just don't get the same thrill. And it's a different mindset that I have a hard time, like, bridging over to. And what I mean by that is... Sorry, hold on. How do I explain this? I'm used to, like, there being really high stakes, you know, low-key in some cases risking my life, and that was a thrill, you know. But coming into it these days, it's kind of like, it's cool, but I don't know, I'm DJing and I'm, like, literally staying in one spot, you know. And the thing is, too, is I'm also not a good DJ. Not saying that DJing is easy, not saying that, you know, but it's like less of the mindset about being a performer and more of the mindset about being an entertainer. And don't get me wrong, I love being an entertainer, but that's what I'm doing now, right? Is like I'm in front of you all and having snacks and making sounds and shit, but you know what I'm saying? I'm here for your entertainment and your education. Actually, I would argue that I'm less entertaining and more informative, if anything. But the thing is like, yeah, I kind of get that satisfaction just being live and having a conversation with people. I don't want to play in front of a big crowd and not know who the fuck anybody is. I actually don't like that. Especially if I'm not playing my own music. Which, when I played my gigs, I played my own tunes, but yeah, especially if I'm not playing my own music, I'm basically like, yeah, sorry, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to disrespect anybody. But yeah, see, like, an exclusive house show would be cool, but I want to know who my audience is, you know? The same thing with this. That's why I like when people chat with me, because I want to know who you all are, and not necessarily in a parasocial relationship means, but as a means of like, yo, I want to know your music. I want to know what you all are trying to learn. I want to know what... I want to have a relationship with my fans. And that's just because they're the ones that are supporting me. You know, even if you're just here, you're showing me some aspect of support because you're giving me watch time. You're giving me, you know, I never run ads on the channel. Sorry, I never run ads when I'm live. But even still, like, you know what I'm saying? Just having people show up makes me want to show up tomorrow. Because guess what? Well, normally I don't stream tomorrow, but I am going to stream tomorrow. You get what I'm saying, though? So that way it's like, it's just this thing that I show up, you know? But if I show up to a gig and I play a show or whatever, then it's just like, okay, cool, I played an hour full of music. Some of it's mine, most of it's not. You know, read the crowd. Like, alright, well, why don't I just chill here where I play my own shit and people that want to listen to it can come here? You know? I really think that the music industry is due for a change. And I might be saying that because maybe there are certain aspects about the music industry that I don't understand. But at the same time, like, releasing music on Spotify and shit, DistroKid, what the fuck ever, done with that. I am, if at all possible, going to try to avoid releasing music on a social media platform other than YouTube ever again. Because they're literally robbing you. They're literally robbing your ass. And that's not what the music industry needs. At least not in my opinion. But there's so many people that are getting fucked that's just like trying to beat the algorithm. Have y'all noticed that like my videos don't get... I'm lucky if I break 1,000 views. But the difference is that, for one, all of you, thank you so much for supporting like my preset packs and shit, because you guys are the ones that keep me doing this. And that's why I love streaming. Yeah, I agree. Thank you all. Because nobody has to be here, nobody has to buy anything, whatever. But dude, hats off to you. Thank you so much for giving me a job. Basically, you all employ me by making content. That being said, if I didn't have that, I would be so screwed. So screwed. Because I get, what, 500 views on a video? Now, I do believe that my videos are valuable. No, I don't edit them. But the difference is that you're going to be able to come back to stuff like this 5 years later and be like, oh, what's Alckemy doing? And then it's going to be like, oh, shit, he actually did something cool. And that is just as important to me as trying to sustain this business model that I have. And also I get to make music on stream. I don't care if it's professional or not, you know? I had a point with that. But yeah, like trying to break into the algorithm, that was the point, whether it be through YouTube or Spotify, SoundCloud, whatever, is not going to do you any good. You go viral on YouTube, you make like $2,000-$3,000. I really want to make a video about this because I'm somebody that doesn't have it figured out, and I've been part of this channel for, well, I've been doing this channel for about 6 years now. Yo. And the thing with that is like, this is a reality. Some people live that dream of, you know, getting every single song into playlists and getting millions of views and then like making the dividends off of that. But that is such a high challenge. And for what? I'd rather know my fans and like have a community that I can grow from within and know that people want to support the music. You know what I'm saying? I have made less than $30 in music sales out of everything that I've put out. And I'm not saying that my music is good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's something. But that is compared to the thousands of dollars that I have made from making presets. I say thousands of dollars. It's not that big of a number. I'm not balling everyone. But I am surviving. So let that sink in and take that for what you will if you're trying to make it as a YouTuber or as a person that's trying to blow up. You could do shows, but if you travel, they might take care of your travel costs, but they don't pay for your hotel. You get paid based off of how many ticket sales you have, like, you know, because there's like a payout or something. Then you don't get paid for food. And then you're on a tour every other day. And it's like, I've done that for Marvel Universe Live, which I don't have a plaque up there, but I do have stuff. But the difference was that I had guaranteed income. I had insurance at the time. I had, what's it called? I didn't have a per diem. But I was making so much money because my expenses were so low that I was able to accrue a large amount of money over a very short amount of time. So it's like, did I ever do Marvel Universe in Youngstown? I did not. So I came at the end of the tour, and it was only on the East Coast. We went to like Newark, Brooklyn, Worcester, oh my God, what's the capital of Virginia? Wherever that is. Philadelphia, that's where I started. We went to another place in New York, which I can't remember. We went to Bridgeport, Connecticut. So it was all like Richmond, Virginia. So it was all in those areas. But again, I came towards the end of the tour, so I wasn't part of Marvel Universe for very long. Somebody got hurt, and then he came back. And then they let me stay for the rest of the tour. So, but yeah, man, it's I don't know. It's interesting. Right. Like, it's not very fun to go into a streaming channel when, like, you try to talk to people and then they just never reply. You know what I mean? It's just not fun. And I'm just like, okay, well, like, I like to go into streams because I like to talk to people or I like to interact with people. And and I'm not saying that people that owe me that, but I would much rather try to sit with someone that's actually like gonna have a conversation with me than you know, somebody that's just like a big streamer that's just doing stuff and the chat is lit and whatever. I will say, like, I really do enjoy when there's a conversation going on in the chat, and I can kind of focus on music and then chime in from once every while. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I try to just read chat as much as possible and like actually have conversations with people, because like, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, you stopped in here, you matter, I'll say hello. Now, I don't know, if someone's an asshole, I tend to ignore them. I almost started another war dub yesterday, and then I was like, no, I'm not gonna give this guy any attention. I just blocked him. But other than that, I don't get that very often. Yeah, sure. It'd probably be easier, like, do you have any specific questions about it? Because really, it's just a chunky distortion unit. I mean, the heat and effects are also cool. Sorry, the plus effects are also cool. They're really good for making like Lauren kinds of sounds. But yeah, you can do some pretty cool shit. Give me like 1 second and let me finish this thing. Oh shit, my screen is doing this stupid thing again. I might have to order a new screen, even though this one is brand new, like, because I'm getting this constant flickering. That's fucking annoying. Alright. I'm like half expecting Samara to pop out of here. Except I haven't gotten any phone calls that said 7 days. Jesus. Okay, so let's divert for a second. If you have a saw wave, sawtooth, a little bit of attack, a little bit of release, a little bit of this. So what I'm going to do is just give a little bit of randomness to the pitch here. And, oh, actually, I might not have to do that. Yeah, we can just throw the analog heat on here. Where did I put that? So you can only have one instance of this VST-esque thing on here. But what we can do with this is a couple of things. So if you have the heat as the last chain and you have this set to either clean boost or saturation and you don't mess with this stuff here, this will actually clip your signal. So you can use this as a sort of soft/hard clipper. But it kind of takes away the fun out of it because you don't get to do the other cool stuff. So there's that. The other thing is that you can use the compressor as the last thing as well. And if you set this to the last thing of the chain and change the ratio to 20, it's not true limiting, but it's very close. So you've got some leeway. So with that, we'll have this set at the end for the compressor, and that will let us use some of the rest of the stuff. I really wish that they would add a limiter. They're never going to do it. But what we can do is we can add a heat here and turn on the reverb, and then we can also turn on the warble. We can also turn on the delay. So when it comes into like Lorne kinds of sounds, start subtle, but turn that up. You can see that this is really quiet. You need to turn the gain up. But we're already kind of getting into that territory. We can high pass this so that way only that is being affected. Give it a little more attack. adjust the heat now. We can turn up the feedback a little bit. We can turn on the bass here and make this the bass in mono. Set a unison of 2 and make this into a slightly detuned, that's a lot, but a slightly detuned thing as well. It's a bit much. Yeah, so what that does is if you have a random modulator on here and you set this to this, the phase of this, and you can actually monitor this here, but the phase of this will actually turn into smooth. And this is one of the best fucking updates that they possibly could have done. That was actually like probably the only complaint, the only like real complaint that I had with this device. So we can also turn on the filter. Let me go back to this. And we can adjust this. We can turn the dirt on, and then we can adjust this here. Sometimes it'll take a minute to catch on, but just give it a sec. There it is. And if we add some resonance here, back to the heat here. We can add some envelope or LFO depth. So now if we do something like that bloom, Harmonic motion. What are you talking about? This? The blob looking thing? I'm not sure what you're talking about. So yeah, as you can see though, just as a pure design perspective and a pure timbre, right? There's lots of cool stuff that you can get from that. If we go back though and we add another instance of this and we start looking at building a neurobase, which I've already got something here, I believe. Oh no, is my stuff... Did my stuff get deleted? It looks like it. Well, fuck. Okay. So... Shit. If I were to build a neurobase through this, kind of same thing. Keep that there, whatever. We'll go back to this guy, which is saturation. I'm gonna set, excuse me, this to a notch and pull the resonance down. Slight boost here. Turn that off. Wow. Okay, so why does that sound like that? There we go. Okay, so what we can do with this is utilize a lot of things, because this actually has quite a few more filters that allow us to do a bunch of different shit. So for example, if I turn the bits on, you can see that this is actually a filter. So if we leave this at 0 and turn this down as well, then this should just act as a filter. So what we can do is we can kind of mix between this and adjust this filter kind of like so. So that way we can kind of bounce back and forth with something like this. But we can right click, go LFO1, destination, and then we can set this modulation source kind of the same thing, set the multiplier to like 2, and now this will kind of move. So what's cool about these LFOs is they each have 2 destinations. So we can apply that to the mix as well, if we wanted to. Set the depth to like this, and then we can adjust that just so that way we have some extra movement. Same thing with the chorus, we could do stuff with that if we wanted to. Same thing with the warble, we can turn the depth and the noise level down. Change that, and then now we've got another filter that we could utilize to try to mix and match in between. So what I would recommend is having something kind of like this, and just moving the bass so that way it's an extra bandpass somewhere around here, and then pulling back on the mix. And then we can adjust that accordingly. Yeah, so we can add just a touch of reverb, but on this we're going to add the envelope follower. So we'll set this to the envelope destination. Oh wait, shit, no. We will set this to the envelope destination and turn this up, and so whenever the envelope follower comes in, it's going to turn this down. See? There we go. And then we need to set the attack or the release time to be a little bit faster. So, and now that we have that, we can move that maybe to the other side, so that way that will get some of the filtering. There we go. And then now with this, we can set an LFO depth on here. Turn the dirt up, and then we can kind of either utilize something like a notch or whatever to kind of give ourselves something to work with here. So we could also do a bandpass if we wanted to. Just focus on those mids and those low mids. I'm gonna go for a notch. So we can go LFO2 and utilize this same thing, random, turn the phase up. Yeah, that would be cool. They couldn't do it with the filter though. That's the thing. So they can't add it to the analog filter because it's actually built into the heat. So it'd have to be some kind of digital thing. Which I'm not sure if... No, I think that's a digital filter too on the Digitakt too. So with this now, we can utilize another filter here. I don't know if I assign this to anything yet, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this after the heat. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. So we need one more low pass here. So if I turn this to on and move this over here and change this into this guy, if we go 100%, turn the feedback to 0. Then we can utilize that in some cases, maybe on like LFO3 to, wait, LFO3. Now what I want this to do is I want this to start low and then open it up. So that's kind of the thing that you kind of have to be mindful of, is you got to figure out how to find the right balance behind opening it up and closing it. There we go. So if we run that through an OTT now, we want that to move a little bit faster, I think, so maybe we can set that to 8. So if you want to get really crazy with it, then you want to start putting more filters and stuff beforehand. something like this. You got to be mindful because we're going to start pulling away from the sounds as soon as we hit either clean boost or saturation, but we can start to play with the different models of this now. Australian didgeridoo. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, just different stuff like that can give you some really interesting results. But, I mean, typically speaking, I don't usually try to combine all of this stuff for sounds or whatever. I try to just use it for, yeah, mostly Lorne sounds. That's the most common thing these days that I use it on. And it's very easy to overdo it, as you can tell. So, sometimes, as opposed to just going full send, you can kind of like build it subtly. Did I just lose up? Seems like it. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. But you can also do some other cool stuff too, like you can technically build a flanger on this. If you use either the chorus or the delay.
Recording to logbook.
Let's take this off, take a listen. Yo, thank you for the follow. Whoever that was. So if we create just a really small LFO like this and just add in a touch of this. Can you see? So utilizing something like that. Can make that there. So there's a flanger, which nobody tells you, but that's one thing that you can do. Outside of the Chernobyl reactor? Oh, thank you, man. We can also maybe turn the depth up a little bit more. So that's one way. You can also try to do it with a chorus. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we can try. But if we have a chorus like this, yeah, so this one not quite as much. So there's that. I would do it with a delay. But I think that with the core, well, we can also kind of create a pseudo phaser as well. Let me see what happens if we utilize this warble in 50 mode. Yep. Pause between notes builds an interesting tension. What? When designing sounds, how long do I get into it before I write a sound off as no good, or do I just keep going until I get something useful? Well, because I'm usually recording via the rolling sampler, I don't really mind, because like I'm very out of like, I don't really care about this project, to be honest. Okay, it's time to make a project. Let's make a bass. Okay, I have a bass. Let's make a snare. Like, I try not to do that. I try to just start with something like a sequence. Something kind of like so. Yo, thank you so much, Air. I have to get some sleep, but I appreciate you taking the request to show some interlink heat stuff. Catch the rest stream tomorrow. Yeah, for sure. Do you have an iPad? Like, dude, plug in your iPad and send that into the heat into the DAW. Or your phone, or whatever hardware you have. You're in for a good time. Thank you so much for the donation. I appreciate it. But yeah, so stuff like that, or, you know, something like this. Let's give it a little bit of FM. You are set on the party, are you? You're almost done soon, aren't you, honey? Unfortunately, I still have to hop on a podcast with Shifu Joel later, and I don't know when, but so yeah, we can do something kind of like this. We can use harmonic minor, sure, F. We can reduce something like that. Cries an e-girl. I'm sorry. Only snack I had was fries and I just ate from Burger King. Did you get me anything? So yeah, typically speaking, what I'll do is I'll just fuck around with stuff like this until I find something cool. Probably never. At this rate, it's 10 years old. Right, I feel you. Yeah. That's nice. So what I'll usually do is I'll find something, and then we'll make a riff out of it. And once I have something like this, then I can kind of just utilize this to... Beam is like Portal, but kind of on crack. So even something weird like this. Right. We can... You can do something like this. Hello? Hey, babe. And then once I have an idea, I'll just elaborate on it and try to make a tune out of whatever riff I create. Hi, honey.
Where's that?
Stop. Stop. How you doing?
How much longer are you gonna stray?
I've got...
Take no bribes.
You're taking a bribe? I was just trying to offer you a consolation prize.
How long are you stewing me? How long are you stewing me?
Well, probably about for 30 more minutes, and then I have to get on a call with Seafood Joel. And then I gotta do a podcast.
Okay, whisper in your ear.
No. No.
Hey, Gray. Tell Jill you're gonna be. You know? Yeah?
I could. But I already rescheduled with him.
I'm gonna drag you out of here.
Honey.
What?
Honey, stop it. Stop. Listen, I know. I know. I'm sorry. Tuesdays are usually late for me. You know that.
So you just gotta stay up super late.
It's
Yeah.
been 7 hours and 15 days.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, in regards to starting tracks and stuff, that's kind of how I try to tackle this, because a lot of times I don't have an idea. If I do have an idea, I'll just try to audiate it. If I don't have an idea, then I'll just fuck around with stuff like this. Love you.
Do you though? Okay.
No, I don't.
I said, do you though?
Oh, of course I do. I love you,
How
Pikachu.
long are you stewing me?
Forever.
30 more minutes.
Forever and ever until I make money to pay you rent.
That's fair.
You're my landlady. She owns this property. She's my landlady. So, yeah, but the cool thing about this is that I don't really worry so much about going for something specific. And if you do that, I really like that, but I want it to be a little bit slower. There we go. Then I'll usually just kind of try something like this. And then I'll actually go usually and design an 808 or something. Yeah, for sure. And you should, you know, because, like, I mean, what I have works for me, but you gotta figure out what works for you. You know, maybe you like having a different set of things, or maybe you're actually on PC and the keybinds and stuff. Dude, please. The keybinds and stuff that I use don't really match what your needs are. You know? That's nice. So, yeah, just having some kind of... So what I'd probably do here is take out some space. But why is this clicking? That's weird. Oh, because there's a... It looks like there's another thing right there. Oh my god, you scared the shit out of me.
I'm very scary. It's 7. He's 1 minute late. I'm like, he cannot come right now. He cannot come to the phone
I need
right
to
now.
send him a message here in a minute. I don't use the clip launcher either, but I don't really know of any keybinds that use the clip launcher, to be honest. Did I double click or was it instantaneous? It should be instantaneous. You have to set it to this guy though. Wait, you have to set it to this. Auto preview when selected. You write so much music, it'd be killer and feel. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. Let me figure out what frequency this is. Wait. I have to take this and then put it into a new track because the frequency shifter is on there. That's why I was like, oh, that's going to change that. yeah, we can kind of just toss this into the sidechain now. Not quite happy with the hat rhythm though. There we go. I think that's better. Longish pre-delay might be cool in that snare or not. Well, I just put it in a room. Thanks. I just put up a video on 808s. So, if we do something like that now, and try to find something here. Maybe augmented ninth. No, it's a third-party effect called rolling sampler. can. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but... So right now I'm kind of just throwing shit at the wall. I'm just kind of having fun with it. What I want to do with this is kind of just create a smear, if possible, but I don't know yet. Fundamentals, master, pre. I do use both, some from time to time. Does dotted lines show what has an automated always shown in faceplant? Dotted lines? Oh yeah, that will show you where your modulation is going. So if you're trying to like backstep or deconstruct presets, it kind of gives you a paper trail of what to do. I'm kind of fucking around trying to play with some roads, but I'm not really getting what I want out of it. Some tremolo. Oh, I just added some. You like a jazzy chord or something. It's like the one thing that I don't like about Scalar is that like it doesn't have a lot of the really cool shit. It has like, it's very like clinical in the way that it has chords, but not in a means of like, I don't know. Actually, what I wanted to see was if there was a way that I could import shit.
It's been 30 minutes.
Whoa. So I'm almost done. Okay, I'm almost done. Yeah. So what was I gonna say? With this stuff. Oh, these are in MIDI. Well, I'm still curious. Will it let me open this? What the fuck was that? Starter kit. Refresh list. Import chord sets. Cancel. So yeah, I think that there's a way that I can import all of these into Scalar, which would be cool. But the only trouble is that I don't necessarily know how. Because I'm curious if these have... Yeah, it's got to be XMLs. Can't you drop the MIDI onto a track? Yeah, I guess you could. Sorry we're not doing much today, guys. I apologize. I'm moving really slow. I'm just kind of... I'm in this midst of, like, hyperbolic time chamber training. And what I mean by that is I'm trying to... Basic style, hip-hop style. Can I just drag all of these in here? That'd be cool. Of a single file. Fuck. I am not about to drag one of these in at a time. No. No. So, yeah, I'd like to find if there is a way to, like, maybe get all of these into something else. But the other thing with this is that if you look at these files... Import chord sets. Wait, where's the file of this? Wait, no, it's fine. God damn it. Okay. Shit. Desktop. That's why I did that. Chords. Free MIDI chords. Let's go D flat. Progressions, minor, open. Okay, open. Okay, so that doesn't work. I'm reading you put them in the folder. Sets mod, user plugin, scale boutique. Yeah, I already did that. It doesn't work. Cause look, I opened the folder. And then, yeah, it's also in MIDI, and this has to be an XML file. So that doesn't work. I don't know, but it would be cool. Anyways, this is freeware, so if any of you all have, if you go watch Tansula make fun of the Unison MIDI chord pack people, to which, you know, big F you to the Unison Audio. All of these chords are free, and there is a GitHub to where you can get them. Yeah, it's really shady that they're still advertising. Now that I said that, I'm probably going to see ads on YouTube for that, but fuck, whatever. Yeah, fucking Unison MIDI chord pack. Piece of shit. Anyway. It's a little hip hop thing. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Because I'm probably gonna go soon. Any questions? We'll probably keep working on this like sound design frontier thing. I've been trying to just get like some cool Lorne-esque sounds and trying to come up with different song ideas and stuff, but I'm kind of in this midst of like going through a growth period of like trying to relearn how to do some shit. So, yeah. Right on. Well, that's all I have today. Maybe, I'll probably be on tomorrow. But, because I'm not going to go to the gym tomorrow. But yeah. I had fun. I hope you all did too. I'm going to play some more with the Bloom Harmony thing later. Probably tomorrow. And we can try to find some more cool stuff to do. But much love, guys. Would appreciate it if you liked the video. Check out alchemy.com if you want to support the channel or grab a lesson with me. I will share everything that I know with you. At least if I know how to do it. But other than that, much love. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everyone.